All right, so in our last video, we talked about the document object model, and we kind of like built out this document object. We learned how to use like get and set from inner HTML and things like that. We learned how to get class and type. And if you haven't seen that video, like just go back and watch that last session of document object model part 1, I believe. In this one, it's going to be a little easier. So all we're going to learn how to do is we're going to add and remove elements using DOM manipulation. So we're going to learn how to add things and remove things. So imagine like building a shopping list. We're going to add to the shopping list, remove the shopping list. And by doing this, you'll understand like how to add something when someone asks you to add something, or how to remove something when someone asks you to remove something. So right now I'm going to use JS Fiddle to do this code for you. And what you see on the screen now is I've already added the HTML button, and I've kind of already built this function that just has comments and no code. And the comments in this code is basically what you're going to do, right? So if we're adding something new, if I ran this right now, nothing's going to show up on the screen except for the button. And all you see is just, a button that says add me. It doesn't do anything. So what are we going to do now? Well, why don't we look at the comments and see if we can just code this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new paragraph element, and we'll just create a new variable. I'll say np for a new paragraph, which is going to equal document dot create element. And what element am I creating? I'm creating an HTML paragraph tag. So that's P. HTML paragraph tags begin with P. Then text node. So I need something to bind to this paragraph. I just can't create this paragraph text node with nothing. So we're going to say var text is going to equal, or we'll just say nt for new. We'll just call it text. It's fine. And we'll say document dot create text node. And what am I going to say? Why don't we just use the words aloha, and that's fine. This is one complete line, by the way. I think what you're just looking at on your screen is just moved over a little bit. And then we're going to append it. So now that we have the word aloha, we need to add it to the paragraph. So this line right here, the appending part, is I'm going to take both of those things. I'm going to take the new paragraph and I'm going to take the text node. I'm going to put it all together. So the new element and the new text node will go together. And how we bind this, we'll say that I'm going to take the new paragraph and I'm going to append it. So I'm going to append the child. And what am I appending? I'm going to append the text. So basically we're saying the text is now the child to the new paragraph. And now that we have that, it's just floating in the ether. It still doesn't do anything. So what we need to do now is we need to append the body of the document. So document dot body dot append child, lowercase, there you go, child. And what are we appending? We're appending the new paragraph. Good. So if I ran this, let me put the semicolons in. So if I ran it right now, I hit add me, and then I've added it. There it is. It's bound. If I hit it again, I'm just going to keep creating new paragraphs. Oh, let's take a break. So a lot of people get confused by this whole like adding something to the text node. And after watching the video, I wanted to edit it and then add this part in. So I'm going to use Lego, right? I'm going to use Lego to explain how all this works. So the first thing you need to do in when you're building something is you need to create this. You need to create the node, right? So this is the paragraph, okay? And then on top of the paragraph, we're going to create this text element. So I'm going to take the text element and append it to the node. I'm actually trying to do this Lego backwards, so bear with me. And now that you have the text bound to the paragraph, text and paragraph, then we take all of this and then we append it to the body of your HTML document. So now everything goes together like this, right? So we have the node, we have the paragraph, and then we attach it to the body. All right? So kind of just, think of it like that, right? We're just appending a bunch of things, and it's as easy as that. I think Lego was the best way to explain it to you. Hopefully you get it, right? So, okay, let's go back to the video. So if I ran this, let me put the semicolons in. So if I ran it right now, I hit add me, and then I've added it. There it is. it's bound. If I hit it again, I'm just going to keep creating new paragraphs. So if you think about what we've done, we're creating this new element. Then after we create the new element, we create this new text node. We put both of those together into one thing, and then we take that entire new thing and we append it to the body. So we add it to the HTML document. So I create the element, I create what's going to be part of the element, put them together, take all of that, and then attach it to the body of our HTML document. So deleting something from the HTML document and adding something from to the HTML document is almost the same process, except we're not appending, we're just going to remove the child. So why don't I demonstrate now of how to remove something from the body. All right, so now we're going to practice removing items. And if you see that I've made some changes, the first thing I did was, this now says remove me as part of the button, and then we're going to just call another function. And then I have two paragraphs. So I have aloha and mahalo, and what we're going to do now is we're going to get rid of the word mahalo. So in this function, the first thing I want to do is I want to get the item I want to remove. So I want to remove mahalos, right? So if I run it, we have two things listed, aloha and mahalo. So if I want to remove the word mahalo, and there's two paragraphs, and if you remember how to count in JavaScript, right, the mahalo is index position number 1 because aloha would be index position 0. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to say rm. So this is the thing I'm going to remove. I'm going to say document.get elements. Elements, remember it's plural by tag name. And the reason I say elements is because, well, there's more than one paragraph. So I'm getting the paragraph, and this is the important part. Pay attention. I want to get the first index position, so I say 1. That is the first index position. Okay? That's rm. Now I need to call the parent node. So much like append where I said, this is your child and this is the parent, I need to call the parent node. So we'll say var, I'll just call it par for parent. And so the parent node, what we're going to do is we're going to rm, so this thing we're trying to remove, and we'll say dot parent node, rm dot parent node, right? Mind the capitals. So that's our parent node. And now we're going to remove it by saying par dot remove child. What am I removing? I'm removing rm. So I'm going to save that. And if I hit run, and then what we'll do now is if I click on the word remove me, it should remove the word mahalo. And if I click it again, nothing happens. And why doesn't anything happen? It is because index position 1 no longer exists. All you have now is index position 0. So you've removed the thing that you wanted to remove. So that was quick and simple, wasn't it? Simple adding, simple removing. If you got a little confused, just watch it again and pause where you need to pause. Just think of it this way. You're taking things. I'm calling the thing that I want to remove. If we want to remove, right? I'm calling the thing I want to remove. I need what it's attached to. I need to put those things together and then tell the computer I want to remove that out of the equation. Or if you're adding something, I want to create the element I want to add. I want to add stuff to the element, right? And then I have this thing, and now I want to add all of this to the body, and then I just add all that to the body of the document, and that's it. Super easy. So practice it. Practice removing, practice adding things, create list items and things like that. It's like building a shopping list, right? You can add things. If you want a little more challenge, ask the user what he or she wants to add to a list, and then or add something to a paragraph, and then add those words onto a paragraph. Practice that. Super easy. And if there's questions, you know what to do. Leave them below. Comment, email, all that other stuff. So, see you later. Bye.